I don't know if you've seen this in the last 24 hours, but there is so much hysteria going on that it's a clear reminder that lots of people are not built for leadership, that they do not have the temperament in order to be able to process and handle chaos. Pay attention in any moment of this kind of chaos. Just pay attention to who keeps their feet planted, who keeps their head, who's thinking clearly in the midst of all of that. The answer to that obviously is the president of the United States here. But I'm going to walk through why these hysterical allegations that, President Trump is failing. This is surrender. He's waving the white flag of surrender. This is idiocy. And I'll give you an explanation as to why. Now, it would help if we set the stage for where Iran is right now. Iran has been utterly set back by decades. Any claim that Iran is somehow stronger than all of this began ignores entirely what has occurred within Iran over the course of this conflict. Iran has lost its economic capabilities immensely. They've been destroyed. They're in an economic chokehold right now. Their military is virtually non-existent. The military itself, the conventional military, has been sunk to the bottom of the sea when it comes to their navy. Their air force has been utterly destroyed. Their ballistic missile capacity, I hear all this chatter about ballistic missiles. Ballistic missiles. You understand what's happened? This audience does, but I'll just remind people if you're joining us for the first time. The ballistic missiles have been diminished, the actual stockpile, by 85% by some estimates. The president keeps referencing 85% of their ballistic missiles are gone. Additionally, and more importantly, their ballistic missile production capacity has been utterly destroyed. There was a period in which they were producing over 100 ballistic missiles a month. In fact, that was the predicate to us going in the first place. They were producing so many ballistic missiles, Secretary of State Marco Rubio explained, that they were going to get to some threshold where it would be impossible for us to economically, efficiently go in and stop their nuclear program. That can't happen. So we went in when we did for that reason. That's what Marco Rubio said. Well, what has happened since then? They were producing over 100 a month. Now they're producing between 0 to 5 at best. Their ballistic missile industrial capacity has been utterly destroyed. That's huge. That's huge. And their nuclear program is buried deep underground. The United States knows that the nuclear capacity of Iran is contained, their enriched uranium is contained within 3 facilities. The administration knows this within their assessment, 100% certainty, the location of all this enriched uranium. And obviously, Operation Midnight Hammer left a huge quantity of it buried deep underground, a skyscraper's level underground. Has Iran been set back? Yes, on its ass. Iran is on its ass. And the president revealed yesterday, as he was talking about this memorandum of understanding and kind of where we are right now, he did a big press conference, one of many that he's done while he's been at the G7. He said, Iran has suffered nearly $1 trillion in damage to the country. Watch the president here, cut 3, explain.
You've been clear, President Trump, the United States is not going to directly pay Iran, but the U.S. is going to let the Iranians start making billions of dollars, selling oil, accessing this reconstruction fund.
Only if they're doing things right. Only if we're not doing anything. We're not putting up money. Only if they're doing things right. If they're doing things right, if people want to invest, they can invest. But they had this $300 million fund. It's only $300 billion fund. It's only if they're doing things right. Remember this also. When you talk about billions of dollars, they've had much more than $1 trillion worth of damage done. They got a long way. There'll be 15 to 20 years to rebuild.
15 to 20 years to rebuild. That's decades setback. Now, on this memorandum of understanding, and you heard it kind of in the makings of Peter Ducey's question about money and that how Iran will get access to resources and what this looks like. If you have just checked in on this story for the first time, you're going to be stunned. Be like, what? Iran's receiving money? What are we doing? What's even happening? And this is the kind of thing that, again, requires having any knowledge whatsoever about how this deal is shaping up. From the very beginning, how many times have I mentioned that the White House's plan has always been to offer carrot at the end of an entire process where Iran gives us everything we want, that everything begins to be phased in on the basis of their good behavior. That's always been the structure of this thing.